Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Borderlands 2. So, it was a little bit of a slow start, but we had to go through the intro. Now the game should start to speed up a little bit. There's definitely some things here as we're turning in this mission that we're at chapter 2. There's definitely some issues where we need to get a shield, we need to get grenades, we have some hitching going on that loading screen. I guess I can't really complain about hitching on loading screens. Apparently there's an update. The area objective, reach Liarsburg. So, we're still very much in the tutorial thing. We have this Vault Hunter relic that we wouldn't have had by default. It's increasing our rare loot chance by 5%. And we have this mod that also, I imagine, is not supposed to be something that we would have by default. When we go into inspect mode and look at something like this, it's like, well, there's nothing super interesting there. Yeah, until we can get our ability and our shield and our grenades, you don't even really know if you like where we are, or which character we're playing as. This is our checkpoints. These are like new. We had checkpoints in the Borderlands 1, they didn't look like this though.
Handsome Jack here, offering $1 million to whoever brings me the head of the Vault Hunter who just arrived in Liarsburg.
Here's the
I'm still offering a reward for Roland, the mass-murdering leader of the Crimson Raiders. Good hunting, bandits!
So he's also trying to get Roland, who apparently canonically killed all the Crimson Raiders, but didn't all the Vault Hunters do it? Isn't the idea that all 4 of the characters from the first game were playing together, even if you were playing in single player? Sure feels like I was slipping there and sliding. There is a little bit of sliding going on, and not a ton of fall damage. Alright, so that was pretty cool, but this ain't a super fast. It's not a super fast gun.
Alright boys, this is Captain Flint. I want you to find that Vault Hunter and bring him to me now!
So Claptrap's down here waiting for us. We see there's nobody out yet to attack us, but we know that that's going to change. Pick that up. Walk over everything else. Just pick it up automatically. Over here. I think we'll come back. We found a new level, new area, so because we discovered the new area, we are getting more experience. One criticism early on, since they're making you play as a new character, which is also a criticism early on, instead of playing as who you would have grown to love in the first game, which I really did love the Siren, so much so that for the 4 or 5 times I've played Borderlands 1, I've always played as the Siren.
Spectacular! First Captain Flint's bandits attack, then Claptrap shows up. I must have been
the fact that they don't just give you a small area like a just really tiny area where your character at a close to maximum level would.
You give up, we'll just shoot you in the head. It'll be quick, clean, and a hell of a lot less painful than what Handsome Jack will do to you. What is wrong with you boys? Just kill that slag lick so we can get our reward.
So, playing with a sniper is definitely going to slow down the game. The controls in themselves are just not very quick at these higher resolutions. Moving a little to the left or right when zoomed in probably would be something I'd want to tweak. But you may notice as I'm doing all of this, I am also gaining some critical challenges and just working through my character.
Damn it! This ain't over, Grinder!
Hey, Hammerlock! Since my minion just saved your town, you want to do your bestie Claptrap a favor and repair my eye?
Yes, I suppose I am in your debt now, aren't I? Come to my shack and I shall restore Claptrap's sight. First, I shall shut off the electrical fence for you. Please stay back, Vault Hunter. Let Claptrap go first.
I knew Hammerlock would come around eventually. Me and him are like two peas in a pod.
So, like, I'm not going to be able to even reach this, so let's just watch it through this.
Apologies, but when Claptrap speaks, I feel my brain cells committing suicide one by one. I shall be out directly.
So, you now have a grenade. Press right bump to use a grenade. So let's just go talk to this guy, and then we'll deal with everything else later. So even the game is admitting they're kind of done with dealing with Claptrap. So we get introduced to this guy.
A pleasure to meet you, Vault Hunter. I am Sir Hammerlock.
Not really a big character, but that's alright.
At your service.
It's fine to just have more secondary characters.
Captain Flint's men trapped me on this glacier. Many thanks for disposing of them, by the way. To survive a direct run with Handsome Jack and defeat Captain Flint's bandits, unheard of. I'm headed to Sanctuary myself. From what I hear, the Crimson Raiders there could use a hero like you. Now, if you could hand me the robot's eye, please.
So we give the eye to him, and then he's just gonna shove it in there. Let's watch this delicate surgery.
Now,
and you can't really put your gun away to not have a cursor on it.
That should do it!
Ha-ha! I am alive!
Oh dear, he's talking again.
Minion! Now I've
He
got
keeps
my
calling
eyesight
you
back,
his minion.
and you're far uglier than I remembered. Time to join up with the Crimson Raiders in Sanctuary. This glacier's full of nothing but murderers or jerkbags, like that Hammerlock dude.
I'm standing right here, dude. Now that Liarsburg is cleared, I might as well turn on the main power. This town's full of things that may be of use to a go-getting slayer of men like yourself.
Minion, roll out!
I see our fearless leader Jack is looking for you. Charming fellow, isn't he? Spouts drivel about bringing peace to the frontier, then shoots unarmed men, women, and children like it was going out of style. I'm spouting exposition again, aren't I? Apologies.
Have to remember how to run with the left stick instead of the right stick. You now have 2 fast travel destinations, which is not true. I have much more. Use a fast travel to quickly take you anywhere that you've already discovered.
Come on, work, curse you! Fecal matter. The bounty board's broken. The resistance must have disconnected it before they left for Sanctuary. I'd planned to post some jobs for you. Oh well, just speak to me instead.
So apparently there was a quest to clean up the burg, and apparently we've already done it. Save Liarsburg and meet Hamlock, we turn that in. And we get a reward with a shield that we can't even use yet. Shields, you now have a shield. Damage inflicted on you will first remove for the shield. If shield goes down, it will charge up for a short time. Been looking for stronger shields with special abilities.
This town used to have a spectacular amount of hustle and or bustle before its denizens fled to Sanctuary to escape Jack's army. Most of them, anyway. Captain Flint's men killed anyone who stayed.
One of the things I've noticed about older games, and this one is kind of doing it better, is how interfaces had this tendency to be a little bit too far towards the edge, and I think even in this one we can change it. So for me, let's do that, and I think that, and just look how nice that is to just have everything right on the edge and not taking up some of that central screen space that you want to actually see characters and shoot at things.
Hello, mercenary person. I have money and a problem. No, Captain
So,
Flint.
active mission, you can now work on more than one active mission at a time. Missions can be marked active at the head. HUD device, press back to access your HUD device, which is to say this is the first, like, this is the first point that you were even supposed to go into the HUD device, which is, for me, is certainly not true. I'm gonna just keep on doing shield recharge delays until it gets down to the point where it's just 0.01% increases. Let's see, we've got our shield equipped and got an active mission.
Liarsburg, I see no reason that wild bullymong should lollygag about the
It's a little
place,
bit of a
disrespecting
jump.
the memories of the former townsfolk.
I don't
you
recall
could
him
clear the town
standing
up, then that
there
would be
or me
most
being
gentlemanly.
quite that
The
close.
objectives on your HUD pertain to your active mission.
The
You can change
textures,
your
I
active
like
mission by
this
using the
art
mission block
style
in your
for the
echo device.
textures, but I think there needs to be an upgrade on just the number of polygons and how smooth it is. I'm pretty sure in Borderlands 3 they are going to do that, but let's see, we can look here, by the way, and a lot more than 2 because of all the DLC. Let's see. Just walked by a quick save station, which is here. Probably not a ton of things to do quite yet, but this area, frankly, would have been the perfect area to have you play as each of the characters available against a mob in like a simulation, and then you pull out your quick you would walk out of this like quick change station and decide what type of character you want to play. So as far as hero heads, we have Zero's head, a ghost head, a disarm only head, which this kind of looks like it's from a disharmony head. It kind of looks like it's from, what is that, Dead Space. We have a special edition Forgotten head. We have a Vault veteran head that looks like an alien from Aliens, I would say. You have this Inferno head. You have a Murder of Crows head, which is probably a Halloween head. You have something that looks like from Robotech or Macross. you have something that I don't even know what I'd place that from, and something that kind of looks a little bit Imperial, Star Wars-ish, World War II-ish. So got a couple of them, and I guess maybe you have to equip them, but really you don't ever see your skin anyway, so what does it matter? That really is just for multiplayer, and frankly I don't know if that's necessary. Now I'm seeing little lines in this skin thing on the right and bottom, so if because I changed the HUD and missing something on the edges, I don't know what that would be, and that'd be rather weird. This is the kind of stuff that I think probably was overly ambitious and unnecessary. Apparently this Emerald Assassin skin was something I unlocked probably for 4th of July. No, St. Patrick's Day would be the Emerald Assassin. And there's probably a different version of that for every character. In the first game you just kind of picked your colors. Here you're not getting that ability. Instead you're having to do something different, which I don't really like that. Anyway, I don't think that's too much of an improvement, frankly, to say you have to find these skins, which skins are now a thing, and there's nothing crazy here. It's just head and skin, and there's like no customization. There's apparently 95 skins and 26 heads. You can change your name and you can respec, and that's it.
You found a customization station.
These stations,
you can use this to change your appearance and reset your skill points.
You would have respec'd previously in the first game just from the fast travel station. So they've split now whether you can fast travel. Like fast travel is literally just fast travel now, and there's no other use for them. So that seems like they've made it less efficient, not more efficient. Am I looking at his head? I don't think so. I think I just shot him in his behind. Trying to get as many headshots and critical shots as possible. And they have the tendency to throw snowballs now and garbage at you. Notice that you get more criticals just using the SMG than trying to use your sniper rifle. So a sniper rifle and an SMG is a pretty good combination, but ideally we'll unlock a shotgun or rocket launcher as a third weapon, and maybe a revolver as a fourth weapon, where something that does a lot of damage.
This would be an even greater achievement if anyone in Liarsburg was still alive to celebrate your victory, but still, well done!
There's a little bit of ragdolling going on with the enemies. Some of the footage I have seen for Borderlands 3 does give it more of a realistic art style that seems a little out of character. And I think I'm gonna several times say that Gearbox as a company got distracted while in the process of developing Borderlands 3, because they made the game like Battleborn that that didn't succeed, and the art style in Battleborn plus some of the abilities in Battleborn have a decent chance of showing up in some way in let's see, let's go ahead and equip over this SMG. I don't think so. So the way to do this, I suppose, is you take the SMG and say, do I have anything that is better than what I have? Accuracy on this is worse, damage is higher, accuracy is worse, but the number of bullets is worse. Shotgun, no. No. Here we have a burning weapon, but I'm already at the point where I need to, I guess I'll try this. I need to start selling things because right now I have 5 more items I could pick up.
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked.
Let's see, this shield capacity is in every way better than what we have. Let's see. And I don't think we're to the point where we'd want to. Let's see, so if I was to buy this, I don't have enough funds.
Come back anytime.
Because I haven't sold things. We're in a weird position right now. Certainly because
If you got the money, I'll save your gall darn life.
the shield would be even better. And then there's several other shields that are better. But nothing that right now is in every way better.
Be careful out there.
We have a new Dr. Z logo, it looks like, 5 years in the future. And this looks like a new bullet logo. We need to talk to this guy to turn in a mission.
Feel you have too many bullets, but not enough money.
Okay, no, I needed to come down here and clear out this area. And see, that already feels like a faster experience, and that's really what I want. Let's go ahead and throw a grenade just to...
Most efficacious. Bullymongs will think twice about raiding peaceful cities in the future. Hopefully.
Well, I'm about to die, however. Like, I can crawl the things all I want, but there's nobody to kill. So, first death. Now, it's important to point out here that you respawn at the fast travel stations, and that was an animation that you probably won't ever see again. Let's go ahead and turn this in now.
Please make Captain Flint's death as
Get a new
prolonged as
gun.
possible, would you? Quite the douche he is. If you're to survive out here for any length of time, you'll need a better shield. I humbly suggest paying a visit to the old Crimson Raider safe house. You'll need to take the elevator up there.
Right. So now the game is drastically different when you're playing with multiplayer with other players, because the downed state is then an opportunity that's kind of good for everybody. It's not really even bad, because you get experience for you get revived, and your partner gets experience for saving you, and in every way you feel like you had a good experience. Right. See, this supply store I don't think ever opens. Let's see, so on our missions, they want us to go this way and get a shield. But if we do this mission...
Flint and I had a gentleman's agreement in the past. I give him the loot from the bodies Jack ditches in the glacier. He promises not to torture me for hours at a time. Then he does it anyway. But that ends today. We're gonna take him out, steal my ship back, and sail to Sanctuary. Let's go this way!
Here's what's gonna happen, Vault
So this is
Hunter.
the main story,
My
guy.
first mate, Boom Boom, is gonna kill ya. Jack's gonna pay us, and I'm gonna play hopscotch in your chest cavity.
And I think we kind of needed him to do this, because I think we needed to be able to pull this
Now be
and
careful
open the
taking
gate.
down Boom Boom. He's one of the Ripper clan, as in Flash Ripper. I don't have to tell you why they're called that.
Alright.
They're called that because they rip people's flesh off.
The other quest was pick up full for Bullymong hair.
Do you see
And
my hat? It is the hat of a gentleman, and yet it's missing something, some je ne sais quoi. I think some bullymong fur might do the trick if you could bring me some. To harvest bullymong fur, you'll need to rip it from their hides with your bare hands. Just weaken a bullymong with gunfire, then finish him off with fisticuffs.
And these opening sections don't change too much. Like, if you've opened a thing and collected something out of them, they don't really refresh until you leave the area. Let's see, not... And I don't think we'll be buying anything from any of this stuff.
Later, Vault Hunter.
Here we have a ladder and the ability to climb a ladder, which that's new. That is most definitely new. I believe there is some kind of quest to get up here later on, but I don't think I've activated that quest yet, so because I haven't activated the quest, there's not the item that you need. So I've sort of started 3 quests. Remember in the first game there were these quests to find hidden journals and such, and I think that's what we'll probably do in this area. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in this area though. So right now, we don't need the legend. I kind of wish the map was a little bit more zoomed in. Alright, so there's Bullymong hair, and Bullymong hair. When that's equipped and set as the mission. There's this, which is the main story, which I think we kind of needed to do. And then there's this, which is use the elevator. So I think this is probably the closest one, as we're trying to be moderately efficient here. To access the map, press back. Map shows you many different points of interest as well as specific location for your waypoint. So, like even the game knows
How did Brussels suck?
we're kind of
How's your day
moving
been, buddy?
in the
We haven't really
weird
talked much since
directions,
I left you for dead. Hey,
bouncing
you'll
around.
freeze to death out there? No, probably not. Bandits will get you first. My day? Been pretty good. Just bought a pony made of diamonds. Yeah, because I'm rich. So, you know, that's cool. Goodbye.
So, elevator. There's probably an elevator somewhere around here. I've got them mad at me, and that's a rocket launcher guy. I don't think the game has in its mechanics like the idea of if I start shooting people with a sniper rifle that they will inherently have rocket launchers to defend themselves. I think it's probably more random than that. And we've got a mix here of the slow way and the fast way. I'll keep an eye over here. And those are the two guns that I can use. Borderlands 1 had a lot of areas that were kind of nothing. This took me no damage whatsoever because I was just falling against the wall. We're walking on some pretty looking ice. Most noticeably here we have a section of the map that doesn't seem like it has anything that stops you from going that way. There probably is something that stops you from going that way, but I do not know what it is yet. Whereas in the first game, as soon as you even got slightly close to the edge, and you frankly could stand in the center of most of the even largest maps and see, oh, there's a laser turret machine right there that's going to shoot me. Here's a corrosive barrel. We've got new kinds of chests which add something certainly, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm super gonna be excited from the fact that that there are new chests. I'm not in the greatest position, and we're down for the count again, but this time there was an enemy around so I could kill him. And in most games you'd be looting bodies, you'd be hitting X over them, but here you don't have to do that. Instead it's an easier experience of just looting chests. Jump is still kind of not high enough. So this is some kind of elevator. And it says leave guns here. And I don't think that's a good move. I've got a new checkpoint. You can see that there's something over here. Another challenge completed. Is there crouching down as they blow up a barrel? Kill? Blow up another barrel to kill him? I'm mostly living on my shield. There's a shock barrel. It'll explode. Good news is that it just kind of stays that way, though. there's not a super important weapon that is going to be required to collect or anything over in that area. But I think the switch that I just picked up probably is a switch that turns off this electric fence. And by turning off the electric fence, I think that lets me get into a different area, which is, I think, an area I want to go to because I don't think that's... Although that may also be just further along in the story, and I might be better off playing the main story a little bit longer and getting a better shield than what I have right now. I still am very much waiting until I get to Sanctuary to use any of the gold keys, so I'll probably be somewhere along the lines of level 4, level 5 at least before I can actually use my golden keys and start to be really overpowered. So let's hit this and see what this does.
Of course, I forgot. The safe house power box stopped working after Claptrap attempted to integrate with it.
Ah, what a kidder! Just get a new fuse for the elevator and ignore what he said about that power box.
Alright. So we'd already cleared off this area. And we need to get a fuse. Which it has to be.
Ooh, there's a fuse on the other side of that electric fence. Just run through the fence. You won't take damage if you go fast enough.
And the fence, I imagine, was also holding on to.
Just plug that fuse in a Brewster's power box, and you'll be able to ride the elevator.
Treasure chest. Treasure chests are among the best places to find rare loots. The colors indicate the rarity of items: white, green, blue, purple, and orange. Which standard experience. That's your
A grenade.
your standard collectibles. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday play a collectible card game called Hearthstone, and it very much let's see. Take that. Take that. My inventory is now full. From there, press back to browse. So yeah, it's time to sell. Sell or dump. And I think this area is a loading into a new area, and unlike Borderlands 1, that doesn't inherently mean that there's there's not a place to sell and purchase bullets or sell and purchase guns. Apparently, we got a little stuck there. The Villimongs have enough health in them for it to make more sense to try and be locked and loaded with that gun than it does to try and take him down with the fast gun. Okay. So this isn't anything, but this is. And all this is a fast travel station. So can we make use of this? No, because this isn't actually a fast travel station, it's just a checkpoint system to save you whenever you travel to a new area, which seems a little redundant in itself. I guess it's just trying to canonically explain why you would respawn there if you died. Let's see. There's probably a way up on top of these, but I don't see exactly how. Because there's definitely something there. Or maybe the game has just decided to put some collectibles in places I can't reach. Yeah, because there's another one up there, and leveling up certainly isn't going to increase your ability to jump, unfortunately. Yeah, we've done everything we need to do, except for the fact that we need to sell guns. And so this is not the experience you want. You don't want to, one, be extremely far away from a place where you can sell guns, and two, be in a location. I believe there's an achievement for looking at all these. You don't want to be in an area where you're very heavily focused around having to walk around the hill. The verticality of this area makes running from point A to point B more difficult. Alright. Let's do this.
Fantastic day for capitalism.
Okay. Let's look at repeaters. A bulk handgun, I suppose we can sell. Probably don't want to sell the gearbox gun. Disposable handgun, I think we could sell. Sell this shield. Sell this shield. Slag gun, I don't want to get rid of yet. This gun. Is this gun better than the gearbox gun? Which it might be. Let's see. So if I was to say hit X to compare this to, say, this one, then we know the gearbox gun actually is. So much for that special skin and the idea of trying to play with that. But that's kind of like an interesting idea, certainly, if you were trying to make a let's see, I guess I hit X now. Left stick marks things after B, then I can hit X. So let's compare this gun with any other guns that are similar. So I think we'll keep that one. No, we'll get rid of that one. And I think we're done there. So we have one fire, one shotgun that I'm not ready to get rid of. Do we have any SMGs? Alright. So, how do you sell trash? You have to be on this screen and hit left stick to sell it. Alright. Good to know. That leaves us with 6 out of 12 guns equipped. So, is this gun better than this gun? In every way, the gun I have is better, so we should equip this. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to equip this, which I now have to come back and compare it again. Wait, actually, this is garbage. This isn't. The favorite garbage system's not working greatly here. Probably don't need to use the shotgun right now. We probably should consider getting rid of the gearbox SMG just for, like, we've already gotten rid of one gearbox thing, so there we go.
Don't die. I need your business.
There's other things though we need to do. Like, let's redeem these tokens for, we cannot now do shield delay, so let's do shield capacity. 1% shield capacity, and let's go with shield recharge rate and just continuously use tokens for that. Still not up to whatever level that takes. And as far as these challenges, like, until you have 80 to 90% of them done, you're in no position to really try and use them. I'm at 85 health. I don't think I have any recharging health right now. And I think that's part of an issue. I'm also certainly running into an issue with just not wanting to pick that up so we can sell. We want to have a little bit of money, although we really don't need that much. Let's now come over to, we are here. If I set Bad Hair Day is our quest, it wants me to pick up Bullymong hair in this area. So where am I gonna find it? Because I killed all those Bullymongs, and apparently you need the quest enabled, or something else, or I've just missed it completely. All the Bullymong bodies, for the most part, they're just here. They're not gonna drop anything new. So I needed that quest enabled. So you can't you really can't do everything you want to do. So we're gonna do this quest, use the elevator, go down to another area, be in one of these smaller, narrow sections that Borderlands had, but isn't really remembered for having. Those sections
Got the elevator working,
pretty
have you?
much didn't
Great.
work.
Now simply ascend
Well,
to the safe house and
they're
buy a
fine.
shield. This used to be a sizable hub for the Resistance until everyone heard the Hyperion army approaching and fled to Sanctuary.
Right. So we've got a rack up there. Can I hit these racks? Where are you? Where are you coming? Probably need something like the SMG. There was definitely a quest in Borderlands 1 to kill a bunch of racks, and we didn't really get that done or make anywhere as much progress on that as other quests, because quite frankly it's pretty rare for racks to be around. So I'm just grinding them, getting little bits of experience. So we kill a bunch of racks. As far as I can tell, none of them really even drop too much. And we'll pull this. And we're going up to a safe house instead of an elevator that I thought was going to take us downward into a smaller section of, well, standard video game design here. There's a switch on the elevator, there's a switch in front of the elevator, switches everywhere, so in case multiple people are playing, you can't leave somebody behind. Let's see. Change station. 1, 2. It seems like there's 2 stations. I can't really hear anything coming out of either one. A little bit of music there. Just turn it off, I guess. Maybe there's some weird achievement there. There's so many achievements for this game, though, that, like, you're really not likely to get them all. In fact, I know I'm not going to get them all, because one of them almost certainly is reach level 60, reach level whatever. Something that's not feasible to do. Interesting, this door doesn't open.
Almost dead? I can fix that.
So, I'm not sure any of these shields are worth purchasing, so let's just purchase this one.
Well done. Now, if you could return to Liarsburg, we could see about getting you off this frigid glacier.
Oops. No, that's the one I just... Explodes like a grenade when it's reloaded. That's a new mechanic that you literally just throw the gun and it...
See you real soon, I'm sure.
And it just acts like a grenade. Slightly funny, and may have a little bit of a use to it. I'm not sure. Still very much the open, close, green lights. I guess everything green is unlocked. Is there a reason to fall off the edge? Seems like not really. There's no sliding. No sliding on ropes. That would be a nice addition in Borderlands 3. There's an improvement in your ability to move around. See, apparently this gets you somewhere. I probably could have gotten to the roof that way. Let's see. It is questionable how much time I should spend goofing around. Or I should spend a lot of time goofing around if that is the benefit. Because there's guns up there. I don't think it works that way. I think the trick here is to come up here, come over here, and get on this ledge like that. And it's really great when any game developer does something like this and rewards extra play with something like this. Let's see. Here we want to equip this gun, I suppose. And I imagine that would have been where the ladder would have led. So now we've got a rapid burst gun. So my persistence was rewarded. Unfortunately, because this didn't load me into any new area, well, like I thought it was going to, nothing's reset, so my next level and mission is either go over here and turn in that mission, which that would be the worst mistake to do, worst thing to do. I have like a level 15 badass rating already. Instead, we equip this one. Apparently there's a undiscovered mission, whatever happened to Helena Pierce, who was a character we had seen before. I guess I can't set that as active though. Nope. So we're gonna have to figure out. It still feels like I could go over there. Notice we haven't seen any vehicles. I think the whole vehicle thing inherently was not a necessary addition to the game. Or it could certainly be a lot limited, a lot more limited than. Seems like there's a question mark over here. I'm saying, is the question mark turning in the mission, or is the question mark the Helena Pierce mission? Question mark is talking to him.
Protection from bullets, ho!
So we get a new
Would you like to do battle with a midget riding piggyback on a bullymong? If the answer is yes, please proceed to the southern shelf and defeat Midgemong for me. If the answer is no, you are sad and I have no desire to speak with you further.
Okay, so that's another quest in a completely different area. And we got a item. These skins, I believe, won't duplicate. Or maybe they will. I can't remember. So, I think part of the idea was to have a limited number of skins and have you play on multiplayer and trade with people the skins as if they were a Pokemon-esque gotta collect them all mechanic. I'm not sure I 100% agree with it. I believe this section was also a early tutorial section that they let people play this with.
I enjoy that.
I cannot hit that. I cannot aim fast enough. So, one of the things that is a slight problem with trying to snipe people is, at least right now in the early game, there's not one really powerful enemy.
I live for such kills.
These are human beings with lives, with families, and totally kidding. Screw those guys.
See, that's a funny response. Echo recording. Here we have whatever happened to Helen the
We've
Priest.
hijacked the train that runs through the dust. If all goes well, we should get to Sanctuary in a day's time. Hyperion hasn't diverted any troops from New Haven to pursue us, and a sandstorm has devoured their nearest frontier town. We just need... Oh! Damn it! Everyone, get away from the windows!
So,
You've discovered
that
one of Helena
quest.
Pierce's audio logs. She was a lieutenant in the Crimson Raiders, the anti-Hyperion resistance. I'd be very interested to know what became of her. If you could find the rest of those audio logs, I would be more than happy to pay you for them.
So Crimson Raiders is different than the Crimson Lance that I assume they were probably using the same outfits for. So we're looking for audio logs, which we won't find these while we're doing other things, so we might as well switch back to this so we know where we're going. Well, we will find them. Hopefully we'll find them, but they won't be shown on the map because it is obviously a find these hidden audio logs mission like in the first game. So it's been another hour, and it's probably a little surprising to some people, but not to me, and since I played the game before, of just how little we've traveled, and we're still waiting for that special ability, which I'm hoping the special ability speeds us up a little bit. Constantly I'm going to try and speed us up, but I don't believe there's a bonus stat that increases your running speed or anything like that. This is the little tutorial area that seems a little redundant considering the other tutorial areas, the previous tutorial area. We'll take on our second boss enemy eventually, and get into the groove of things, but it seems like, yeah, saving Claptrap from the Bullymong was an unnecessary way to start the game. It was tutorializing some very, very basic things that didn't need to be tutorialized for most players, like walking forward, knowing what health and shield and all of that is. It would have been a lot better to just have the first scene. Frankly, I could have rewrote the whole beginning where you played as a level 50 version of yourself. You fought a bunch of Bullymong in the area. There was an explosion. It resets you back down to level 1, and you lose all your skills and items and everything. And then you could play that section with all the characters and then say, well, I don't like how he played. I'm not going to lose any progress because I just started the game. You could easily have done that, and then it made it a dream sequence even, which would be new for Borderlands as a series. Anyways, I'm not going to stretch it out here. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. If you want to support me even further, gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.